Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guide 365, and today I'm going to review the Best Buy exclusive 4K Steelbook edition of Nightmare Alley. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. You can also find me over Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at Movie Guide 365. Okay, Nightmare Alley is here on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, released by 20th Century Pictures. It comes in the standard edition, available at your local and online retailers, as well as a Best Buy exclusive Steelbook. Now, as far as the film itself, I am a big fan of the original movie, and when I heard that Guillermo del Toro was adapting this, I was very excited. I could see the potential, and I absolutely was not disappointed. This film by nature is very moody and atmospheric, even in the original version, but with Del Toro's vision and his talents behind the camera, this one is taken up to another level. And of course, we have a fantastic cast: Bradley Cooper, Cate Blanchett, Rooney Mara, Willem Dafoe, Ron Perlman. There's so many great actors in this one. It has the usual, quirks from a Del Toro film, but it's also something different and not his usual, I would say flair, but there's so many great moments that the director just really puts onto film, and I think it really works. I know a lot of people have said it moves a little bit at a slower pace, but that's really deliberate, and I love just the setting, the time period. It all works for me. I'm a big fan of the film. Of course, I am a huge fan of Del Toro, so this for me was another great movie from the director. And yes, I recommend it. And do yourself a favor, also check out the original film, which is available on Criterion Collection. All right, we're going to talk about the picture quality and the audio in just a moment, but first, let's do a quick unboxing of the Steelbook. Okay, we have the Best Buy exclusive 4K Steelbook edition of Nightmare Alley. Image is okay. I would have probably gone a little different direction personally, but I do like that it has a matte finish, so I think that kind of saves it. And also the back looks really kind of solid. And then we have the spine. In the interior, some artwork on the discs, which is always nice. And then we got those tarot cards. So yeah, well, overall good presentation. Now let's talk about the picture quality and the audio. Nightmare Alley on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray has a 185:1 aspect ratio. It was finished at a 4K digital intermediate with HDR10 for the grading. Now the film on 4K is given an immaculate picture with wonderful clarity. The 4K image is clean as it was shot digitally, but it still looks very cinematic in its overall presentation. The movie's palette leans towards a vintage look with sepia tones, making good use of the time period and setting the film takes place in. And I think the HDR enriches this aspect very well. The color red looks very striking in appearance, and highlights come across nicely here. Bits of color pop can be found at the carnival, which takes place in the first hour of the film, and costuming, lighting effects, tents, they look really bold. And for a good example of color pop, check out Molly's performance that involves electricity. It's visually stunning, and it's aided nicely by HDR. A film like Nightmare Alley relies a lot on its moody tone, and thankfully, just black levels in general look really good here on the 4K disc. Across the board, those levels are really deep, and they greatly add to the film's natural atmosphere. The contrast found between lighting and darker areas are very well realized. They look excellent. Sequences at the carnival make great use of shadows, never falling into the risk of black crush. And night scenes are appropriately dark and inky, and they look fantastic. When it comes to detail, resolution gains in 4K are impressive. Period-specific clothing and facial features enjoy better textures throughout, and more detail can be seen in a variety of close-ups, showing more definition in everything from skin textures to set pieces. The aesthetic of the film benefits greatly here in 4K. It's clearly an upgrade in this area over the 1080p Blu-ray. Nightmare Alley on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray supports a Dolby Atmos audio presentation. The film has a great atmosphere going for it, and it lends itself well to a satisfying Atmos mix. Considering this film falls under the Disney umbrella, you may want to turn up your volume just a little bit and get those levels to where you need them to be. Surround sound activity pulls you into the often atmospheric elements that the film provides. Music, weather effects, carnival noises. I think it really gives you a nice immersive feel. And high speaker usage is a mix of complementary and discreet. It gives you that extra layer, putting you further into what's happening on screen. The front speakers provide a clean audio presentation, and no issues of dialogue coming through the center channel can be heard. And the low end is more subtle than aggressive, either a decision from the filmmakers or by those in the Disney camp producing flat LFE for their home media releases. When I saw this movie in the theater, I don't remember the low end being very just memorable or aggressive, so I'm going to chalk this one up to filmmaker intent, and I think it's appropriate for the film. For the picture quality, I'm going to give Nightmare Alley on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray a solid A. Guillermo del Toro's film looks absolutely fantastic on the 4K format. Black levels are nearly perfect, aided by HDR. The vintage style of the film really comes across well with color, and when it comes to detail and resolution gains, I think it really pays off. This movie looks excellent on 4K, and if you're a fan of the film, pick this one up. For the audio mix, I'm going to give this one an A-. This movie has a great atmosphere, and I think it really sounds good here on the 4K disc. There's a lot of immersive moments that rely a lot on ambience, and it just pulls you right into the film with the surround sound activity. Everything up front sounds clean, and the overall energy of the film for the type of movie that it is really comes to life here on 4K. So that is my review of Nightmare Alley on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. If you are interested in picking up a copy for yourself, I will leave the link in the comments section below. If you use it, it really helps out the channel. But if you have the disc already, let me know your thoughts. Let's talk about it. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.